What were your goals coming into this camp, and do you feel like you've had the camp that you wanted to have?
My goals are the same as coming in last year, like finding that role in this offense, being another asset for Lamar, and I feel like I've done a good job in this camp, showing my abilities and things like that. So
How would you kind of describe the chemistry you've had with Lamar? There's been, some good catches that you noted throughout camp.
yeah,
But can you kind of describe how that's grown, I guess?
I feel like it's grown, like, just going up to him, like in the locker room, conversating with him, like where he needs me to be, where, he asking me, like, where would I like the ball and stuff like that, how he want me to break on this route, that route. So pretty much just conversating and stuff like that, and then going to show it on the field. And that's why it's been the way it's been.
What does a camp like this do for you as a young player? You come in as a rookie, and it's hard to, make plays consistently, and now you're doing it in training camp. For like your confidence and just you in your career, what does a camp like this do?
Like you said, I feel like it builds a lot of confidence. You out there making plays and stuff. The coaches see that, and they come up to you and stuff like that. So, like I said, it just builds a lot of confidence. And I feel like that's what this camp has done.
In what ways do you think you've improved from last year's camp to this year?
Think showing like I can, run every route in the tree. Last year when I came in, it was more so you just down the field, third level threat. Like I feel like off this camp, these last couple games, I showed I can win underneath and stuff. So I feel like I've shown that I'm growing into a complete receiver.
So a couple guys have talked about D-Hop being just a good veteran presence. Is anything he's been able to help you with specifically, or any guidance you're drawing to him for?
Yeah, for him telling me like just going out there and play. Coaches they're there, to coach you up, do all those things, and he's just like, clear your mind, just go out there and play. Like you play your fastest when you can go out there and do it. And like the place he's done it, been there, done that in this league, and that's how he said he's went about it.
Was last year difficult at all for you, being a scratch most weeks and things like that? Was that not really having to, came from North Carolina, had a significant role in the offense, and then to not have one? Is that tough at all? Is that an adjustment for
Uh,
you guy?
yeah, it was a little adjustment, but I mean, I just had the mindset, be ready when that number is called. So I feel like when I did get out there, I made the most of my opportunities, and having that mindset, I feel like that helped me out a lot. So I wouldn't say it was like disappointing or frustrating. It was just, you know, that's how I approached it.
What did the touchdown late in the season? What was that like for you?
Surreal moment. After being in the NFL my whole life, so finally getting first catch and scoring, that's a moment I cherish forever.
Where's that football now?
Sitting on my dresser at home in my apartment.
So, I mean, when you hear that they signed Hopkins, is it like a mixed thing of like, wow, I get to play with somebody I grew up watching, but there's another guy who's going to need the ball, and maybe that makes it harder. Like, is it, how do you kind of process that?
And I was excited, like you said, like this is somebody I've watched since middle school. So being in the same locker room on the same field as somebody of that caliber that I kind of modeled my game after a little early on, it was amazing seeing that. So I've really enjoyed it so far.
Lamar said that he wanted to up his communication this camp. What has it been like just kind of hearing his thoughts so often?
You said Lamar?
Lamar, yeah.
Mm. I'm sorry. Can you ask that one more time?
He said he wanted to better his communication this camp. What has it been like through camp? Just like that communication, hearing his thoughts, and how has that helped you?
Yeah, it's been real good. Like after probably a series or something out there, like he'll come to us, pull us to him, and we'll talk through like the route or the concept or whatnot, like what he wants, what he needs, what we want, what we need, and stuff, and then just going out there and showing it, and then also like communicating that stuff that he needs to the coaches and stuff. So all just being on one accord and those things, and I feel like that's helped me out a lot. Like I said before, like just building that confidence and rapport with him. So.
Is there anything specific you learned from him this camp?
Um, off the top of my head, I can't think of it right now, but pretty sure there's some things though.
What's it like working with Cooper Rush? Obviously, he's giving you the ball a lot in Dallas.
It's been real good. Cooper Rush, he's very different than Lamar. Like has a lot of throws a lot of those like anticipation and stuff like that. So I feel like it's been real good. I feel like he's gonna be a good piece for us.
You've gone up and made a number of contested catches in practice. How much of that is kind of the confidence factor that you talked about earlier, just knowing I can go up and make this play, and how much of it is D Hop, and that's what he's done his whole career,
Yeah.
and you get a front row seat to that now.
It builds a lot of confidence, especially, knowing you have that ability in you, and then coaches see that. Like, it gives them more confidence, to put you out there in the game situation. Maybe, ball ain't where it's supposed to be, but knowing they got a receiver who can, like, go back to it or adjust to it, he's going to catch it. That means a lot to them. And then, like, D-Hop, he coming up to you saying, that was a great catch and stuff like that. It's a real good feeling.
What have you been able to gain from working with guys like Rashad and Zay and even Tyler who were here with you last season?
I've been able to gain a lot, watching them, how they, approach, like, the details in their routes and, like, being able to, do those things in their routes. Like, it's helped me out a lot. Like, watching them and then trying to go out there and do what they did, like, I feel like it's been real big for me.
How much is going against the DBs this team has? How much has that helped you? Are there any one or two guys you particularly enjoy going against this summer?
Oh yeah, it's definitely helped me out, especially like getting out there in the games. Like I'm going against the best defense in the league every day, so it's nothing that I haven't seen already when I get out there in the game, and that makes me a lot more comfortable out there and stuff. So.
As a deep wide receiver room, I know Coach Harbaugh talks about the value of special teams. I guess what have kind of coaches told you about how you can earn snaps regularly this season?
Yeah, they ain't told me nothing specific, but I kind of had an idea, like go out there and make plays on special teams. Like I can earn that trust to go out there and do the same when we get out there on offense and stuff. So I will say special teams has been real big since I've gotten here last year.
Good. I appreciate that.
Thank y'all.